Welcome to the LCR podcast, guys.
How's it going, everybody?
This is Caleb.
And Matthew.
And we're here to talk about some movies that are a blast from the
I was
past.
hoping you would just say the name, and I was going to say a different name.
Oh, and we'd say it at the same time.
Like Angry Birds, and I would have been like, Rocko.
Yes, we saw a lot today, and we saw a movie a few days ago. An actual movie that came out in theaters.
Yeah. A movie that I did not think I would find myself enjoying.
That movie was Angry Birds, and then we saw
Angry Birds 2.
And because you haven't seen the first one.
No.
Are you ever going to see it? Ever go out of the way to see it?
I'm not going to go out of my way to buy it.
But if someone's playing it?
Yes, then I will sit down and watch it.
And then we saw, technically not a movie, it's an extended episode, Rocko's Modern Life, Static Cling.
Yes.
And then Invader Zim. I don't think we have any Invader Zim stuff. No, we don't have any on there. Enter the Florpus.
Yeah.
And that was a movie, technically a movie.
Amazing.
That I do wish was in theaters. That would have been amazing to see on the big screen.
I mean, yes, but also it's like, I'm kind of glad that like Netflix was the one that picked it up. Cause it was really cool just watching both Rocko's and Invader Zim back to back.
Yeah.
Just because.
Dude, what if they just made it like a double feature in a theater?
What if Netflix just picked it up? Netflix merges with Nickelodeon.
Oh, and they like bring it back.
Netflix.
I think the ship has sailed on that one since they've been making Nickelodeon movies for a while.
Yeah, but still.
But I guess we'll talk about that later. We'll go ahead and get Angry Birds out of the way. And when you talk about sleepers, people sleep on the Angry Birds movies.
Yeah, like I would when we were buying our tickets, I'm like, oh my god, why are we going to see this? But then I sat down and I watched it, and oh my god, I was laughing probably as much as I would during like an actual adult comedy film.
Really?
Yeah, like it was really funny. Like it kind of blew me away.
You were still not sold when we showed you that one scene from the first movie, the pond scene.
It was funny, but I was just like, how did Andrew cry during this? I don't really get it. But like, there were definitely some parts in this movie where I was just like, fuck, that was hilarious.
One that really got me was, a lot of the facial expressions in this movie were just perfect. Like when they get flung on the slingshot early on, and he just looks back and forth to his friends, and they're just like,
yeah. I think my favorite part was the speed dating. And Bomb was
dirt.
I eat dirt. Just cuts to the chick's face. She's like, okay. And he's like, bah! And it just fucking dirt just flies out of his mouth.
Who's that? Danny McBride? That's fitting.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's Danny McBride. Sony's always hit or miss, man. It's so weird. Like with their regular movies and their animated movies.
Yeah, but this was really good. I mean, and it's definitely weird because you never would think that they would have made Angry Birds into a movie, and you never thought that movie would be
especially
good.
Years after Angry Birds has been popular.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's still near the top of the charts in like the App Store.
Yeah.
But it's not anywhere near what it was.
Like
Angry Birds was like a cultural thing for like a year.
Yeah. I feel like overall this movie was really great. There were definitely a few parts where I was just like,
Like it's
whole,
definitely felt like a kid's movie
kind of thing.
Yeah.
That would just felt like a little forced.
The dancing.
Yeah, somebody
always dancing in a kid's movie.
What? Somebody was like dabbing or something. It was the dab on a billboard. I'm like, okay, that's
it was red dabbing.
Yeah, I'm like, that's just
the dab's a little old, but it's just gonna keep happening, dude.
Yeah, but it was funny.
Like there's even in Endgame when I saw it again, like Hulk dabs. When he takes the picture with the kids, like when they start walking away, he's like, "Listen to your mom, dab." Like he says, "Dab."
Like that was like at the edge of it. Like once Hulk dabbed, you're like, "Okay, it's dead now."
Yeah, Hulk is the character that would be out of touch with the kids, you know? Because like Mark Ruffalo's character is like the dad.
Yeah.
Bruce Banner is like the dad figure.
Yeah.
I miss Iron Man, dude. I still miss him.
We're talking about Angry Birds.
3 months out. I'm surprised we haven't had like an Angry Birds console game. Like they haven't tried to make that something.
I feel like that would just be too dumb, you know?
I mean, they made Plants vs. Zombies into a first-person shooter.
Okay, well...
Which I've heard is like okay. You have it. Like, you downloaded it because it was on sale.
I bought it because it was $1. I didn't buy it because I was like, I love the game so much. I can't wait to play it.
But, like, just because it sounds like a dumb idea doesn't mean the execution isn't bad, you know? Like, what if they made Angry Birds into, like, a...
Okay, let me just debunk your theory right there. Metal Gear Survive.
Well, that's already... I'm talking about app games.
The worst game ever.
Okay, easily the worst Metal Gear game.
The worst.
Dude, I know we always talk about... we just have to get used to tangents. I think that's just our thing when Andrew's not here. Also, Andrew's not here.
Yeah, we don't know.
For audio listeners. We always talk about how the first Metal Gear Solid games, 1 through 3, need to be remastered. Because, like, 4 is still relatively new, and 5 is basically brand new. The game is beautiful. It's going to be beautiful forever.
Yeah.
And, like, the first 3 are the ones, if you're going to remake them, remaster them, collection, it would be amazing. Now is the time for remakes and remasters, so those games would be amazing.
I mean, like, at this point, I'd rather just wait for the PS5 to come out and then just have it do that.
But what about the Metal Gear games? Because you have the Metal Gear Solid games. But what about I think there's 2 or 3.
I think there's...
Or maybe just 1.
I think there's just the 1.
On NES.
Yeah.
Where it's Big Boss you're with. Not Snake.
Well, I think in the Phantom Pain, it is Big Boss.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, because they also call him Venom Snake.
Right.
Or Punish Snake.
The lore in the Metal Gear universe is very confusing.
Yeah.
But if they could make those games in, like, 3D, or make them, like, top-down still, but, like, great graphics.
Well, I mean, I'd be fine with, like, top-down, because it's like, you know, you just got to kind of... That's how the game was, but, like, you know, just...
But, like, very stealth-heavy, just like all the other games. I mean, it was somewhat stealth-heavy.
Yeah.
But it's also a somewhat short game, so maybe if there is another one, probably should have done a little more research after this, but it was just a quick thought.
Yeah, I mean, the Phantom Pain was, like, the first Metal Gear Solid game that I played, and I fucking love it so much. It's such a great game.
It's definitely a lot more open world than the other ones.
Yeah, and I think that definitely kind of spoiled me now that I think about it, because, you know, I'm just like... I think about, like, you know, how great it would be to have these games remastered and everything, but I'm like, they're probably not going to be the same. But the story would just be really cool, too.
So I guess reeling back. It's one of Andrew's favorite words, reeling back, because we always go on different things.
Yeah.
If Angry Birds were turned into a 3D console game, what would it be? Like, do you think it could just be like 3D Angry Birds and...
Turn-based strategy game.
You know what? That would be amazing. I mean, Mario vs. Rabbids was a surprise hit.
Yeah.
It's turn-based strategy. I could see something like that, Birds vs. Pigs, and you're throwing them at each other. We get some new exclusive birds.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really dissatisfied that they didn't throw the boomerang bird. I don't know if he was in the first one, but seeing him come back, that'd be cool.
Because he's a boomerang?
Mm-hmm. What were you getting at there?
I thought, never mind. I was just trying to make a stupid joke.
But if Sony's trying to expand the universe, then we can keep it going. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a really good movie. I mean, it's been a few days, so I can't really remember a lot of it, but...
It's a nice throwaway kids movie. Yeah. They're fun to see.
And, like, you know, it's a kids movie that, you know...
adults can appreciate.
Yeah, and would have fun with.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, technically, they're video game movies, and they're some of the best video game movies out there.
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying.
Anything else to put on that? I guess that's probably...
It was very touching how Red just kind of...
Yeah, there's a lot of
losing
things.
his touch, and he was just like, "Oh, they don't love me anymore." It was like, you know, the pigs want a truce, and now
that was my one thing, defending the island.
And then this new threat comes in, and he's like, "I have a purpose again." So that was nice, and it was very, very sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very theme heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think the first one was that big. The first one was just being like, not being seen as a loser, because everybody hated him in the first one.
Yeah.
And the second one was about being alone and being a part of a team, which is always a good lesson, kids and adults alike. But yeah, good movie. support these movies, I guess, even though through the looking glass it's just like, oh, this is just corporate America making more non-original things.
Yeah, but I mean, like, for a month that doesn't have too many great movies, this was a good movie.
Because of what else came out this week? Ready or Not?
No, that's like the last week of August.
Next week. There's one more.
Good Boys.
Oh, yeah. Screw that one. Even though that's the original thing to come out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's not the next Superbad. Stop comparing it to that.
Do you think we're going to see it? Like, maybe like a month from now?
Maybe.
If, like, there's nothing else that comes out in September.
I got enough hearing it from Connor, who saw an early screening of it.
It's predictable. It's Connor, though.
But
like predictable?
Yeah.
I figured.
Like, it is what you expect.
I don't know. I think my biggest thing is I just don't want to waste the time on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you guys seen it? Let us know down below in the comments.
If we're wrong in our assumptions and should go see it, let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Angry Birds.
Not really much to say. I mean, it was a good movie. It was really funny. I laughed a lot of times.
We've already had the discussions about video game movie ideas. What other apps do you think could be movies? I mean, this is the only app to be a movie.
Do you remember?
I could see Plants v Zombies be a funny, quirky movie. Talking plants. Shooting some zombs.
There was a game. It was like Blades or something. It was like.
Oh, is that like the with the knights and whatnot?
Yeah, and like
it was like quick time action.
Yeah. That
was like OG iPod Touch.
Yeah,
times.
And they've made like quite a few of those. I think that would be pretty decent.
It's now a arcade machine.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Where you like. When's the last time you've been to? I mean, when we went to Andretti's, they have like Fruit Ninjas now. Yeah. An arcade game. It's basically the same. A giant touch screen, and you have your knight, dude. I haven't played it, but that's the last time I've seen it.
Yeah, I played the first game, and it was a lot of fun. But like, I definitely think that they could probably build a story around that and just have a knight go around killing massive creatures.
But that's I guess that's not really like distinguishable enough. Like
I would think so.
I mean, but if you see it, then it's just like, oh, it's just a medieval movie. Oh, this was on a game? Okay.
I mean,
but like when you see Angry Birds,
they made quite a few sequels from it though. So I feel like it'd be enough. I don't know. Like, this is another thing because like
I'm not saying it'd be bad. I'm just saying people would see it and not think of the game. Maybe.
I guess so. Yeah.
Because like if you see the Angry Birds movie, you're like, oh yeah, that was an app. Or if they made Fruit Ninja the movie, you're like, oh duh, Fruit Ninja.
But why would they make Fruit Ninja a movie?
Why would they make Angry Birds a movie, dude?
They pulled it off.
Like they could easily make a Fruit Ninja guy, like Evil Fruit.
No, that's,
and they found
dumb.
this chosen one from the village. He's the Fruit Ninja.
Shut the fuck up. That's dumb.
Dude, Hollywood could just listen to that offhand and they'd be like, easy
and
script.
Congratulations, you just gave them more of a fucking money.
I'm saying that's all they need is that idea.
But they're not going to contact us and be like, hey, we'll give you some money.
Oh, of course not.
Right. So shut up. Because if we're not making money,
if you don't want to make it, then like, what's the point? We're not going to make it, so somebody can.
I'd rather get the money for the idea.
I do think Temple Run could be pretty dope. Could you imagine like a horror Indiana Jones type movie? Like just cross those together. I know Temple Run's not a horror game, but that kind of fleeted into my mind.
I don't know.
It's not one that's really been explored. So it would definitely be worth a shot,
Yeah, but I mean, how long do you want to sit around watching?
I mean, it's not gonna be a dude running for the whole movie.
I know, but still, I don't know.
It would be like Doom, where like, I mean, a better example to pick from because Doom was a terrible movie, but like at the end, like,
whoa,
stop.
Doom was a decent movie,
but if it didn't have that one scene,
what one scene?
Where it turns into a first-person shooter.
That was probably the best scene in the movie.
Exactly. Take that away. Is it a good movie still?
Yeah, it's decent.
And take The Rock out as well.
Still has Carl Urban. Boom, bitch. Fuck you.
Take out Kyle
Urban.
Also,
The Boys on Amazon Prime. Go watch it, guys. It's amazing.
I don't think that show needs another shout-out. That show's getting very popular.
Dude.
It took a while.
Yeah.
I feel like it took like a few weeks, then everyone actually started watching it.
Yeah. I mean, Andrew was the one that, told me about it. He said that he watched it with his parents, and then he came home, and he's like, dude, watch it.
Yeah, just the first 4 episodes too. It's what, 8? Yeah, 8.
Yeah. if you start The Boys, like the first episode, time it from the moment that you hit play, and then up to 7 minutes exactly, you'll be like, oh my god, I'm fucking just into the show. Because there's just...
You thinking about reading the comics at all? Because the comics are even worse in terms of gore and whatnot.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
I heard the characters are a little different as well.
Oh, I'm sure. Anyways.
Temple Run would be... what I was getting at is like at the end of the movies when you can have that Doom type sequence where it turns into the game for like a good 5 minutes. Did you really have to take a dramatic drink of water?
I am thirsty.
What else? What's that game? Jetpack Joyride?
Oh, that would be cool. That'd be kind of cool.
Temple Run wouldn't be cool, but Jetpack Joyride?
Yeah.
Also, going back with the whole horror aspect, do you remember what the monsters looked like in Temple Run?
They were just like little black monkeys.
Did you see their faces?
Kind of.
They were like skulls.
Yeah.
They were terrifying.
Yeah.
Imagine that. You'd be jumping out of your seat, dude. You just don't like horror movies.
You can get fucked. I love horror movies. I've been playing Resident Evil all fucking weekend.
You have. Yeah. Can we get like some actual good? I mean, they're decent. Can we get true to the lore Resident Evil movies?
Like I want a Leon Kennedy starring Chris Redfield, Ada Wong.
Yeah, the Resident Evil movies are totally their own thing, right?
For the most part. I mean, Albert Wesker's in it, and he's one of the big guys and like one of the big names.
But the main girl, she's not. I don't believe so. The lead actress in the Resident Evil movies.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think she's anything special.
Like in the games.
Yeah. The first Resident Evil movie was pretty good, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
they're definitely fun to watch too.
No, yeah, they absolutely are. So they're just kind of like, dumb, fun movies. Mm-hmm. And I've been thinking about like getting back into watching them and stuff. But they also do have high quality animated movies, like with the original characters and everything. And
really?
Those are, yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Those are pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna see if they're on Netflix. Maybe I'll watch them. But
any other big apps?
Gotta chill. Fuck. A ghost is here.
Stop.
What, you're scared? You don't like horror?
The block game. You remember the block game? It was like one of the first ones.
Block game.
Where you had to move the blocks around to get the red one through.
Oh my god. How are you gonna make a game or a movie about that?
How are you gonna make a movie about Angry Birds,
you can't keep fucking saying that, dude. You're literally just fucking moving blocks around. That's so dumb.
You can make a story about anything.
No, you can't.
Fight me. Throw something at me, and I'll make a movie about it.
I was gonna say a toaster, but I was like the brave little toaster.
Yeah, I think your point's invalid now. You can make a movie about anything.
No. A clock.
Like just a clock.
Clock.
The brave little clock.
I can't. No. That's not even an original.
A story about an animated clock that falls off the wall and breaks, and the owners don't need it anymore, so he needs to find purpose in life. Boom.
Where's his legs? Where's his arms?
He rolls around.
He rolls around.
Yeah. He has eyes inside
after he got dropped and broken.
Like broken is like he doesn't, like his ticker doesn't work anymore.
So he's dead.
No.
His ticker. That's another name for a heart.
No, I'm the one creating the universe. Don't implant your ideas into it.
I'm not implanting my ideas. I'm just trying to debunk your fucking movie idea.
It's an inanimate object, so he can just work off of like some cartoon spirit.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, now you're just saying that because you're just trying to prove my idea wrong through principle.
It is wrong.
No, he could roll around. He has eyes. He has to figure out how to get his hands to work again. I'm going to make that a movie.
You know what I'm going to make a movie?
What?
John Wick.
15?
Totally original. Just Keanu Reeves being a total fucking bona fide badass. I'm going to make 3 movies.
They should do that. Why hasn't anyone done that?
I don't know.
Just 3? I think they're...
I'm going to throw some... more. I'm also going to make this movie series called Hard Die. I know what
is it time for
TV
Nickelodeon?
dinner feels like. What?
Is it time for Nickelodeon? Or do you think we can run this bit into the ground a little more?
No, it's fucking dead.
I could totally see more app games, but that's that for that conversation. We have some nostalgia to talk about.
Yeah.
Some big nostalgia.
Yeah, I stuck a peanut butter M&M in my nose. Had to go to the doctor to get it out.
What's that from?
Nothing.
That's from something.
No, it's fucking
I swear
not.
I've heard that before.
Because it legitimately happened to me. I literally one time stuck a fucking M&M up my nose.
How old are you?
Like less than 6. Younger than 6.
Hilarious.
You never done that?
No, my sister stuck a Lego head up her nose and had to go to the hospital to get it out.
There you go. It's just fucking kids doing dumbass shit.
Why is it so appealing to put something up your nose? Is it because you have 2 of them? So it's just like, well, if I
kinky little fuck, that's why.
if I get something stuck in one, I'll have the other.
Because even at a young age, we knew that it would have been hell to grow up.
Did you know
so
that
we just tried to kill ourselves while we still could.
Did you know that you only breathe through one nostril at a time? You never breathe through both.
Joke's on you. I breathe through my mouth.
Way to just crush my fun fact. Rocko's Modern Life.
The static cling.
Was a very thematic journey, I guess. There's satire too. Heavily satire.
A lot of satire.
Mm-hmm.
Almost too much satire.
Maybe.
Some would say not enough, but I would say too much.
There's a lot of stuff that felt forced too. Like forced nostalgia. Like, do you think Rocko would have been popular today if it wasn't a thing before? Like, take the whole series of Rocko, take it away from the 90s, and put it in today's climate. Do you think it'd be as
I would say
good as it was?
I mean, look at Adventure Time and Regular Show, and I
feel like they're so different, like humor-wise. Gravity Falls is also heavily not heavily serialized, but it has like an ongoing story. It's got a huge following too.
Yeah.
I'm just not too fond of the art style, so I probably want to get into it.
I would watch it. I'm not really... The Steven Universe doesn't appeal to me.
That's also Disney, right? Or is that Cartoon Network?
But although I've heard it like... I've been drinking too much water. I can appreciate it for what it is, though, and the fact that, from what I've heard, I don't know anything about the show, so I might just be talking out of my ass. But I'm pretty sure a lot of the female characters... Well, for one, it's a pretty much all-female character led cast.
Except for Steven.
Yeah, but although I do think that they deal, like, the ladies, or, like, the gems, or whatever the fuck they're called, are... Like, you know, one of them's like lesbian, one of them's like non-binary or something. So it's like they're...
It's very progressive.
Yeah, and it's like I said, I don't know anything about the show, so I could just be talking out of my ass, and I probably am. But we're here to talk about Rocko's Modern Life.
Oh no, I get what you mean. Rocko the special was pretty progressive.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it opens up their... still floating around in space with the rocket through Rocko's house.
Is that how the last episode ends?
I don't remember. I don't really remember much of Rocko's Modern Life.
Because that sounds like something that could have happened. If not, and we sound totally stupid, then
I mean,
that's the case. But
I don't see why they would just, you know, throw them out in the middle of space.
Yeah, and they just get back into it.
Yeah. You know, they sit down and start watching their favorite reruns of their show. And then they pass over Earth, and they're like, oh, there's Earth again. I'm like, oh, so you guys just randomly just orbit Earth occasionally after, 20 years.
And there's a convenient button to just go back.
Yeah, stuck in...
Heifer's butt.
Yeah.
Even though he's been in the bathroom for like the past 20 years as well.
Has he? Or is that...
I mean, he came out of the bathroom at least, so was the remote there as well? Was it in a crevice somewhere?
Probably. I don't know.
How do cows work?
Udders.
It's get away from this.
Okay.
They get back to Earth and immediately notice they're not in the 90s
isn't the
anymore.
1990s anymore. It's like, oh, it's not.
I think the two biggest themes about this movie was, or even three things, was the state of current animation, accepting your child,
yeah,
and the culture of asking for stuff to come back and it not being the same and being mad over it.
Yeah. Also, kind of letting go of the nostalgic past and embracing what's coming towards us.
I mean, oh my God, the winds of change.
Yeah.
Talk about getting beat over the head with what they're talking about. But that's Rocko. That's what makes it great, was that it just did that.
It's like you said. It's like, once Rocko comes back to Earth and, he's trying to adjust to everything. And
look what I'm doing. Since you said Rocko, why am I doing this? I'm doing the thing.
What's the turtle's name?
Sheldon,
of course. The heifer. Yeah, obviously. I figured it was.
It was cool seeing his wife back, just for that one shot.
Yeah,
with the hook in.
So yeah, Heifer and Sheldon are just going absolutely bananas. They're getting a taco flavored taco, which is a taco inside of a taco. Somebody got a hot dog taco, and then they go to the O phone store. And they're like, oh, I just got the new O phone 8. Sheldon walks out. Oh, I just got the new O phone 9.
Like the trends.
Yeah, and then somebody just walks out and just slaps a sticker of a 10 onto the O phone, and they're like, oh my God,
or
the new one.
Or seeing the chunky chicken, was that what it was called?
Yeah, and
it was like vegan, non-GMO, organic.
Yeah, it's like, you laugh at it, but you're just like, that's the world today. Yeah. Like, that didn't exist back in the 90s.
And there was even that one off line where I think Sheldon said, like, we went to go eat here. They're vegan now.
Yeah.
It's not the idea that things are vegan now. It's just the idea that, like, because obviously that's what you want to eat.
Right.
That's all. But, like, it's the beating over the head of, like, hey, we're this now. Hey, we're this. Like, pushing these things onto you.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's just there, that's fine.
Although I think it is pretty cool now that, more companies are embracing the vegetarian lifestyle.
Right.
Because, there are people who just...
And that's just making more money. If you're adding more options, you're going to get more.
Yeah. Because, I see posts on Facebook all the time of, Burger King just released a...
Foot lettuce?
Shut the fuck up. They just came out with a new
Whopper. You gotta eat the lettuce.
That's 100% meat free. It's 0% meat, 100% Whopper.
That's a good tagline. Mm-hmm. That's good.
And I know I've been seeing a lot of people who on my timeline who are vegetarians are like, oh my God, can't wait to start eating at Burger King again because they have these vegetarian options and that's so cool, blah blah blah. It's like, that is pretty nice that more companies are embracing that.
Why not do it? You're just going to get more money with more options.
Yeah.
Even though there's this idea that if you have more options, there's less to choose from or something. Like if you add too many things to choose from, sales drop because people don't know what to pick.
I say that's baloney.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, look at the fucking Cheesecake Factory. 45 fucking pages of menu. Good God.
I mean, I've been to the Cheesecake Factory. I think of that's overwhelming, so I'm not going to go.
I haven't never been, but I want to go.
I don't really like cheesecake. Even though I know they obviously have more than cheesecake.
Right. I think about the same thing. Anyway.
I see how busy the Cheesecake Factory is, and I think that's what turns me away.
I think you just got to push through.
Have you been to the one in Chicago?
I've never been to a Cheesecake Factory.
Have you seen the one in Chicago?
No, I have not.
It's a nightmare.
I'm sure. Well, it's also Chicago.
Shoot, what was I saying? Oh, I wanted to ask the question. If they're like we're only a few years away from lab-grown meat. If it tasted the same, had no effects on you, would you rather eat, and it was the same price as regular meat, would you choose the lab-grown meat or the real meat?
And there's no...
it's guaranteed nothing, there's not going to be a study 30 years from now that's lab-grown meat causes cancer. No, it's just even though red meat does cause cancer, new studies, or a higher chance of getting cancer.
What fucking doesn't cause cancer nowadays? Right. We're here for a good time, not a long time, so fuck it.
But would the lab-grown meat be enough to be what, ethically, if it's totally fine, tastes the same, I'd rather go with that.
I'm not a vegetarian, so I don't think I can accurately answer this.
But it would still taste the same.
but ethically, I can't answer that because I'm not a vegetarian. Like, I'm just gonna look at meat and be like, I don't fucking care. Just give me meat. Mm-hmm. As a vegetarian, they might be like, yeah, but there's still cows being slaughtered. I mean, look at all these kill houses. It's like, oh my god, just look at the lab-grown meat, and would you eat that? Mm-hmm. Yes or no? If no, that's totally fine. Go eat a salad.
Because, like, it is still going to be meat because it's grown with tissue.
Yeah.
Like, it's not pink sludge that's turned into something that looks like a T-bone. It tastes like a T-bone. It legit is a T-bone that was grown.
No, I want a steak.
With ice cream?
Yeah. Steak and ice cream. That's what's up. Anyways.
Ew.
So back to Rocko's Modern Life.
Steak-flavored ice cream.
Rocko gets back and he just kind of gets culture shocked by the fact that everything has changed so rapidly.
But the one thing he just wants his show back. Once he figures out that it's canceled.
Yeah. And so, his little...
Because his show isn't The Simpsons. And it's not going on for 30 years.
His little neighbor comes over and he's like, hey, what channel's the big heads on? And she's
also
like,
that name. Could they thought of a better name?
The big heads?
The fat heads made by the big heads?
No, I think it's clever.
Mm-hmm.
I think it works.
I need to find my laptop charger.
Look.
Put it. Hello. You got nothing to say?
No. How much time do we have left?
A little
39
bit.
minutes.
I just didn't want to push it.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
It kind of really got to me because like Rocko's like, this isn't my fat heads. And it's like
at the very end.
And it's like this idea that like, just because it's not what you remember doesn't make it like not the same thing.
Yeah, and like everybody else was laughing and accepting it, so it's like, why wouldn't Rocko?
Like just because they put a baby into it. I wonder if that was a shot at Fairly Odd Parents. Because when Poof got introduced, like the show definitely felt different. I still enjoyed it, but it definitely felt different. And I think when any cartoon becomes more modern and loses what it used to be, that it feels different, but just because it's not what you remember, it doesn't make it any worse or better. It's
How did the Fairly Odd Parents end?
It ended recently.
No, but like how?
Not too long ago. I don't know. Like Poof got introduced, and I thought that's how it was gonna end. Like no, they went on for seasons after that.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of makes you think about just like how these shows ended and like what we missed out on, because it's like it just kind of sucks. Makes me even think, like, I really want to go back to the 90s and just live life.
Well, there is also this idea that, like, once you leave home, you can't ever go back.
Yeah.
Because, like, even though you do go back home, it's not going to feel the same. Like, that's legit how it felt like when I moved out for the first time. Mm-hmm. And then I went back to my parents, and I was like, this does not feel the same.
Yeah.
Like, once life changes after you move out, like, it can't go back. And stuff like that. It's kind of depressing, actually.
Yeah. So let's
can we stop?
Let's talk about something uplifting, like the fact that Rocko and his friends go out to find the big head's son, and they finally meet him and they convince him, and he's like, all right, fine.
The voice I can never get the hang of.
My name's Rachel now.
And I guess let's talk about that. Do you think that was pandering or forced?
I think it was appropriate.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was nice.
It's 2019.
It definitely made it topical too.
Yeah, I think if that was the only thing they did, that'd have been a little weird. But to the...
Oh yeah, because like I guess you kind of view it as like, did you only bring this back to like send a message?
Right, but like they also like they showed everything else that had changed from the 90s. You know, cell phones,
buzzbugs.
Yeah,
like just heavy capitalism.
Yeah.
Did you see the billboard when they had that first like shot of them back where it was student loans, and then it changed and it was a rain cloud that said debt?
Yeah.
It's like, yep.
Yeah.
College wasn't as big of a thing back in the day with debt back in the 90s.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think it was fine because they showed how much everything else had changed in the 90s. So why not just show another part, which is people. I mean, it's been going on forever, but like people getting sex change operations and turning from a man into a woman or from a woman into a man. Yeah. So I think it was nice, and then they kind of were just like, they all just kind of like looked at each other, like Rocko, Sheldon, and Heifer, and they were all just like,
okay,
cool, all right.
And like, I feel like that's the best response, because like obviously there's no, that's stupid. You're mentally ill, or the opposite. That's like, yeah, cheer it on. Let's push this everywhere. I think the best one is just like, cool.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like I don't care about you. You can do whatever you want. That's great.
It's not like I don't care in a bad way, but it's just like
I'm happy for
yourself.
You. Yeah, that's it.
And then we get the dad who's like, I don't have a daughter. It's like, oh, okay, dick.
I thought that was also like his thing. I remember him saying, I don't have a son. He screams a lot. Maybe that's what I'm remembering.
I think so, yeah.
Something that's also very cool, because I was in a Twitter thread over someone being outraged about a content creator pushing his message, pushing a message through his content, and it got into all the details. Mm-hmm. Apparently, that's accurate to the animals.
What?
Like they can change their sex. That type of frog or toad, whatever they are.
Huh.
Like it's actually accurate in nature that they can just do that. And I remember hearing that from somewhere.
That's weird.
It's very cool.
Interesting.
That's like a Hillenberg level of detail and knowledge of your craft, Mr. Marine Biologist. Nickelodeon
was good.
Yeah.
Cartoon Network, I think, might have been my favorite, though. It was like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney.
Yeah, it's hard to think. I think the first two are flipped for me. I think I spent more time on Nick. But that doesn't mean Cartoon Network was bad.
Yeah.
I think it's because I heavily fell into Nicktoons Network, which ran all the old shows and some of the less popular ones.
Yeah, I just don't think I was on Nick enough to... Like, I saw Angry Beavers. I saw Cat Dog. I saw Invader Zim. Didn't really see a whole lot of Rockos. Mm-hmm. There was one other show. I can't really think about it.
Stanley.
No. But, yeah. Overall, it was a really good episode.
Mm-hmm.
It was really nice to see all of the old characters, get a little bit of nostalgia, but also some life insight and advice onto anything, everything.
It was good.
Yeah.
I really love just how Rocko was us.
Mm-hmm.
It almost felt like Joe Murray was like kind of tired of people demanding for a show to come back.
Yeah.
Because like it was so over the top with like, I want my show back.
Yeah.
And I really liked that. And that paid off at the end when he wasn't like it's so ironic that you wish for something to come back and then people get angry that's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Because of course it's not going to be the same thing. That's dumb to think it would be. It's totally going to be different. But I think one huge flaw of the movie or the extended episode was that it didn't really feel like it had the same, like, it wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be, or like had as much of the charm,
Mm-hmm.
Like it felt like there was some substance lacking. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but do you kind of catch what I'm going at?
Kind of. It's like I said, I wasn't really familiar with Rocko, so I can't really say too much about it.
Mm-hmm. I think it maybe just felt like it was going too much on nostalgia to be successful. Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I
think it felt like something was missing.
I don't know. I'm the wrong person to talk to.
But still good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had a great time. And I think the way that the order that we watched these was perfect.
Yeah.
Because as much as I love Rocko, I was looking forward to Invader Zim the whole time.
Should we just jump into it?
Yeah, do you have anything else to say about Rocko?
It was good. It was funny. It was clean. It was nice.
It was clean.
I don't know.
The 21st century is a very dangerous place. Who are you talking to? Is that the first time they've mentioned Rocko breaking the fourth wall?
I think so.
That's funny. And it was super cool seeing all the original characters back. There's probably a good chunk that you may not have noticed. Like the foot guy that looked like Pajama Sam.
Yeah.
Do you remember him?
No.
Or the fleas. It was like
no, maybe I do.
There's a dude sitting, and then there's a guy that was like a ring.
I know, Caleb.
Dude, I love seeing everybody. I'm sorry. I might have to go through this again. This bad boy. They need to do more of these. If they could put every collection in a case that looks like this, and just have them all uniform.
Yeah.
That's what's needed.
They need to start doing
Blu-rays and not do what. Yeah, that's a huge thing because like it's the quality difference, but it's still good.
Actually, I think the DVDs actually kind of help buy into the nostalgic factor of everything.
Yeah, because like why not experience it how you experienced it as a kid?
Yeah.
But I hate you can see the Rocko and the cat not Rocko, the Angry Beavers and the cat dog. The Angry Beavers is the same as this look.
Wait, where do you say Angry Beavers?
It's under. It's that green one.
Oh my God! There's fucking Angry Beavers.
Yeah, those are the only two we have, and then Cat Dog's right under it. But Cat Dog looks totally different. Like what? Why isn't Cat Dog just like?
Who the?
I'm pretty sure it's mine. Andrew and I have Rocko, and I
also have Rocko.
All three of us have Rocko.
I guess so, yeah. It was
only
$20.
I got Angry Beavers.
Fuck! I love Angry Beavers.
You want to watch some? You want to go get some ice cream and watch some Angry Beavers?
I need to play the Phantom Pain.
Okay, we'll get into that later.
You also need to start watching The Boys.
Yes, I do.
Anyways,
I'll do that when you go to bed.
Invader Zim.
Let's take a quick break. I'm gonna find my laptop charger just in case. It'll take me a quick second, but we will be right back. That was a very slow one.
Wow.
Okay. Invader Zim, enter the Florpus. Dude, immediately
started
it starts
laughing.
We're just into it.
Yeah. I probably laughed in this one a lot more than I did in Rocko's.
Mm-hmm. It was just more natural. And that's just, Invader Zim is just so, I think it aligns more with our humor.
Yeah.
It's so goddamn funny.
I felt a lot more nostalgia coming from this one than I did Rocko's. And that's why I laughed a lot more, probably.
I think maybe it's because we had a time without Invader Zim. We experienced Invader Zim, and then we keep living with Invader Zim.
Yeah.
Like Invader Zim came out in like the mid or early 2000s.
I think so.
And ever since then, like I remember Gurr being on like everything.
Yeah.
Like before I even watched the show, and I was like, "What's this cute little dog from?" with the floppy tongue.
Dude, Gurr is fucking amazing.
Gurr is amazing. Like why can't we have little dogs that look like that? Poor Pug, by the way. I don't know why he did that. Shooting into space. But that anime sequence, oh my god, yes. I never knew we needed Invader Zim as an anime.
The way it opened up was just so fucking.
My name is Dib. I'm 12 years old.
It looks like he's a fucking 30-year-old grown ass man.
Like when they had him in the classroom and he's like, no.
Yeah.
It's so good. Jonah Vasquez is genius.
Dude, everybody.
I'm so glad that he came back to do this.
Everybody in this episode was just all the original voice actors are just so talented and amazing. It was so nice to hear him again.
I looked up Dib's voice actor, and I think this was the only thing he's done as far as voice acting, or what he's known for is Dib's character. It's insane because I feel like that voice is so iconic, Mm-hmm. And same with Zim. Human. So good. His screeching.
Yeah.
Is so funny.
Oh my god. And then, fucking
his limbs, like when he grabbed him and he's pointing with his leg.
Yeah. Fucking Gaz going upstairs to get her brother. And he's just a mass of just grossness.
Chair Dib. We had a lot of dibs.
Yeah.
Different dibs.
Yeah, but he had gunk pouring out of his ears and his eyes and
the
his
eye
nose.
gunk.
Yeah, that was the ear was what got me grossed
really
out. Yeah.
Okay. I think eye gunk just gets me more because that can just impede your vision.
Yeah.
And
it was just
can't move your eye.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so nasty.
He's so nasty in his long stretch of hair. Oh.
And then
I worked out too much, so I worked myself back. What are you saying?
Yeah, I was in really bad shape, and then I was in really good shape, and now I'm back to normal.
That was so funny. Sorry, what about Zim?
Zim was just out in his yard, stretching the whole time.
Yeah. For the past 10, he was hiding in a toilet for the past 10 years. It was really weird that they both, in both shows, they explained the time gap. I feel like Zim didn't really need to do it. Especially because, like, time didn't really pass at all. Yeah. Like, everyone stayed the same age. Even though in Rocko everyone did, but they acknowledged. Yeah. I guess the times actually changed, not because they both acknowledged the time change.
Yeah, Invader Zim, it was more just like, everything's the same, you've just been gone.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Yeah.
I just remember Gaz's guitar solo that they just put in there during the montage.
Yeah.
I just forgot how good all these characters were.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Zim and Gur, you remember how amazing they were, but Dib and Gaz really just added to how funny the show was.
Oh, dude, Gur is fucking hilarious. He's just so cute and just... Intruder, prepare to come on in. And he just sits back down, just stares at the TV.
Why'd I do that? Do you remember, like, the origin episode?
Kind of.
And, like, everyone gets their, like, personal robot, and they put, like, all the smart stuff in it. They just put, like, a paper clip or something in Gur. I love him so much.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Gur's fantastic.
Eat some nachos.
What was phase 2, Gur? You need to get 1,000,000 pizzas, and then I'll roll around in it and become a giant pizza myself.
Like, what? Who thought of that? Do you think they have, like, a 12-year-old on staff and he writes all Gur's stuff?
Probably. I mean, I really think that, you know, it's just kind of amazing the fact that they've just kept the same tone of the show after so many years, too. Which is just also impressive in itself.
Mm-hmm. Which is weird, because I think that's what really helped Zim. And with Rocko, it didn't feel as good for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because, like, we're more used to Zim, or maybe that humor just worked better for us.
Yeah.
Because, like, 10 years... Dude, when I'm 80, I'm going to be dying from this stuff. I mean, besides the fact that I might actually be dying.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, yeah, fuck, we'll be dying.
From laughter.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I mean...
This is always going to be funny to me.
Just the voice actor for Zim, and, you know, the way that the animators just make Zim look with his body movements and his facial expressions is just hilarious.
The big head, having the belly forward and the arms back.
Yeah.
Little dippy. I think it's kind of like the ragdoll look. Mm-hmm. And how their limbs just kind of, like, float there.
Yeah.
And the big heads.
I kind of want to watch it again.
Huh?
I kind of want to watch it again. It was really funny. I just want to watch Zim, Invader Zim, all over again.
Mm-hmm. And there's something about, like, saying something quietly and then saying something loudly and really fast right after it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I meant to do that. I really wish there was more. Like, I kind of wish, like, this was an actual series. I think that was the biggest letdown from the news. It was like, oh, Rocco's coming back. Oh, it's just one thing. Oh, Zim's coming back. Oh, it's just a movie.
Yeah, it's not fair because it left us with wanting more. Mm-hmm. And, like, you know, if they just at the end of it were like...
And the door's still open. Like, maybe after...
Hopefully.
This movie, this extended episode. But then again, I feel Rocko... I feel like Rocco's fine.
I feel like Rocco's done. Invader Zim could come back.
Mm-hmm. Rocko is perfect. It's got 4 seasons. Like, 4 seasons is still a lot.
Yeah.
52 episodes.
It's pretty decent. Yeah.
Breaking Bad was, what, 5? And that's praised as the best time frame. I don't know why I'm doing the stupid Donald Trump fingers. I don't know what it is about Invader Zim, because, like, that last season, dude. You say you don't remember too much, but, like, I remember the last season being dark.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, it was one of, like, the more, I guess, aggressive TV shows for kids. Like, you know, it was very out there.
Yeah. Like, Dib almost won at the end of the series, too. I mean, Zim. Mm-hmm. And, like, you're rooting for him.
Yeah.
He's the villain.
Which is weird.
He's going to do all this bad stuff. But you want to win because he's so compelling. I was going to bring this idea up to you. Do you think it'd be cool if the creators of Destroy All Humans could work together with Vasquez and make an Invader Zim game where it's like Destroy All Humans?
That'd be pretty legit.
And you're just killing people.
I would be down for that. I would definitely buy that.
And it has the art style.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That'd be amazing.
Doom, 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 doom. And then we got the peace song.
Oh my god, yeah, the peace song was hilarious.
Peace is better than chicken and rice. Rice. It's bittersweet, dude. I want more.
Yeah, I know.
And that sequence when they went through the Florpus and they're changed. Florpus.
You're saying Florpus.
Florpus.
Yeah, you were using a beat sound.
Florp. Yes, not Florpus. Florpus. We're
Yeah,
both
but you
wrong.
were saying Florpus.
You were saying Florpus.
Yeah, well, I was trying to enunciate the P.
Florpus. Those different art styles are amazing, man.
Yeah, that was really funny.
I did think we were gonna get more anime because we got that good chunk of it and seeing his dad being all confused.
Also, his dad, like Dib's dad, was fucking badass. Dude, he just came out of nowhere and just.
I think that was people wanted to see a lot more of him. We didn't see nearly enough of him in the show. He was always a background character. He was a main character in this. Like, he was just like,
everything is a hallucination. It's very weird. And Dib's like, no, it's real. It's real, Dad.
I was so let down that he went back to normal. I do kind of wish that he knew, but then he would just be overpowered the whole time. I didn't know he had robot arms. Did we ever see under his gloves in the show?
I don't think so. Maybe we
like when he pulled it off at the beginning and you saw it and he's like, but it wasn't cost or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, whoa. Dude's a badass.
Yeah, the way
like,
he just
that's
fucking
Professor
plowed through those fucking robots.
What was the professor from Powerpuff Girls? Was it
Professor X?
Was his name Professor X?
Mm-hmm. I think it was just actually called the Professor.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Professor X from
right, exactly. X-Men. So like, is that just like him on steroids? Could you imagine a professor battle? I mean, obviously, Dib's dad would probably win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's got fucking robot arms.
Dib's dad versus the professor with Dib's dad's clone.
Dib's dad would still win.
How do you beat laser beam
cannons? Yeah.
I mean, maybe he fights with Chemical X. Maybe he has some superpowers. Nah. Maybe he's been holding back this whole time.
Nah.
But the pudding dude was pretty funny.
It was a little weird.
His big arm and his small arm.
Yeah, that was funny. But like overall, his character was just kind of like, I don't really care for you too much.
The worst pudding I've ever had in my life.
What?
I forgot how much I love Gaz, dude.
Yeah, she was fucking awesome.
The OG goth girl.
Yeah.
I guess maybe not OG. There were goth people before that, but the first cool OG goth girl, Fight Me. Her and Raven.
Yeah, Raven was fucking...
The poster children of goth girls.
Yeah.
She was hilarious. How do you get that hairstyle? The curls at the bottom and the teeth at the top.
Anime.
Invader Zim anime. Fast guys, get on it.
Ooh.
You opened up Pandora's box with that one.
I would definitely pay to see that.
Do we just finish the podcast and start talking about anime?
That's a whole...
That's like a 3-hour podcast and it's too late to start with that.
Yeah, because I want to go get ice cream.
Maybe we can do it on Tuesday when you have more time.
Maybe. But I'm also probably just going to spend the day playing video games.
Maybe. As well. You better be streaming it. Were you streaming it all today?
No, because I'm on Nick's account.
Yeah. I mean, you can link them together.
Yeah, but I don't know how to log out of it.
It's probably very easy.
Yeah, I'm lazy.
You gotta get on that grind, dude. You're almost at 20 followers, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's progress. Did you think you'd have that many?
I was hoping I would have more.
Well, you could always have more. You can never be satiated. I know you're trying to think of something. Just spit something out. Just stop looking at me.
Follow me on Twitch at James Vanderdouche.
I will still not get over how funny it was how you had to spell that name out for PSN customer support.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know, it's JAMEX. Anything else on Invader Zim? Anything else that got your gut?
Not really. I mean,
seeing depressed Zim hurt me.
Yeah.
It was so sad. Seeing
but
him in the nachos.
He snapped out of it pretty quickly. Because
yeah.
he kind of realized what he needed to do and stuff.
I wasn't ready for that. I was kind of hoping that he would understand that, like, the tallest don't care about him. It took all this time for him to figure that out.
Yeah.
And he kind of does now, but that doesn't stop him. He's like...
Also, do you think the tallest are actually dead? Because, like, they just went into the Florpus and they were just like...
They'll probably find some reason to get them out.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that. My tallest?
Yeah.
Look at you. I like steering.
Like, we hate you. I like that we're funny.
That's what they say. I like that we're funny. Look at me. I like steering. They were so mean to that guy just doing his job.
Yeah, seriously. Just like, fuck them.
My tallest?
Tallest are dicks.
I really like your theory, though, that they're not actually tall. They're just regular sized in a reciprocal.
Yeah, they're just
receptacle.
Stuck in the upper body and everything else is just mechanical.
And I do love how they pointed out in one episode when Zim explained like the hierarchy to Dib, and Dib was like, you really base your command of power on height?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. All right.
I mean, that's effective.
They're always eating donuts and drinking something. I forgot about that.
They like donuts and they like coffee.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the guy that sends us donuts? Oh, no, that's Dim. Or whatever. Jim. He's got the box of donuts.
Yeah.
We're talking about Zim.
Oh, yeah, I hate that guy.
I didn't know they spelled Earth differently. That's funny. Earth.
I think that's just because they're dumb.
Well, yeah. But I've never seen him spell it before. It's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck. Now I just really want to watch all of Invader Zim.
Yeah. I don't know why. Like, I didn't get as much urge to watch Rocko. But, like, Zim... I feel like we've just been shitting on Rocko this whole time. I love Rocko, but, like...
Zim was just
by comparison, Invader Zim has always been such an amazing show.
Like, there was really no other Nickelodeon show, besides maybe Chalk Zone, that came close to touching Invader Zim.
Yeah. Ren and Snippy was a big one for me, but that was the one you missed out on.
Well, but I mean, even then, like, you know, like, I'm familiar with Ren and Snippy enough to know that, like, it was funny and it had a lot of adult humor, but Invader Zim was just...
Do you remember, like, the basis of Ren and Snippy?
Nope.
Like, its origin? It was originally an MTV cartoon.
That makes sense.
And it was supposed to be, like, actually adult. Like,
like really
X-rated.
Oh.
Like, there's lost episodes where there's boobs in it. And it's like, whoa, this is a Nickelodeon show. And there's even stuff that made it into the final show where, like, do you remember seeing the shot of, like, Stimpy, and then there's a log on his butt?
Yeah.
And then Ren straps a saw to his pelvic.
Yeah.
Or his pelvis, and then he just...
That was one of the gifts that Andrew would always send.
Like, kids saw that.
That explains why we're fucked up.
A little bit. Invader Zim and Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
And that theremin haunted me. You know what a theremin is, right? And, like, the sound. I'll play a clip, but, like, a lot of the soundtrack relied on that, and it was creepy. Like, I'll show you the Space Madness episode. It's terrifying. Space.
Yeah, there's just so many shows that I have to watch. Not enough time.
Thankfully, I don't think there's that much. I think it's like 4 seasons, 5 seasons.
Well, still, it's...
But it flies by. We'll find a time to watch it.
But still, like, when you think about the time that you have to put aside to watch it.
I mean, it'll just be like the regular show. Like, how much more of that do you have?
I don't know, but there's only like 11-minute episodes.
Same thing. Ren and Stimpy is a 2-episode structure, just like that.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, that was mostly what I've got in Invader Zim. Probably more that I could bring up, but don't remember now. What else would you like to see? Just like a short segment on like what Nickelodeon could bring back.
Angry Beavers and Cat Dog and Real Monsters are probably the top 3 for me.
Really?
I really liked all those shows a lot.
I was not really a big fan of all Real Monsters. Still enjoyed it though. I think I was just creeped out by it.
I didn't really care for. I mean, Rugrats obviously too, but I didn't really ever.
Rugrats got too much love. Rugrats and SpongeBob, it's like, you're great, but like you had enough time.
Rugrats are always gonna be great.
That's what I meant. Like,
no, but like they're always gonna be great.
Same as SpongeBob.
No, but like they're always gonna be great.
Can we keep the conversation going, please?
Anyways, I wasn't really a fan of Hey
Dude,
Arnold.
Rugrats got more movies than
Can
SpongeBob.
I talk for a second? We're trying to keep the conversation going. I wasn't really a big fan of Hey Arnold.
It was okay.
Yeah, I mean,
it also got a movie.
Yeah, Wild Thornberrys was good too. Mm-hmm. Top 5 right there. Wild Thornberrys, Rugrats, Real Monsters, Angry Beavers, Cat Dog.
See, I don't know why I wasn't a big fan of Thornberrys. I'd probably appreciate it a lot more now.
Yeah, it was just fun.
Mm-hmm. I think that in Hey Arnold, the Thornberrys and Hey Arnold were like a good companion to each other. Do you remember Ginger?
Yeah.
That was another one I couldn't get into. Maybe because I was more like a teenage type show.
Yeah, probably. Ooh, Teen Rugrats?
All grown up?
Yeah.
I was just going to say it. That needed more.
Yeah.
I really appreciated that one.
I would have really liked to watch that when I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm. I think that only got like 1 or 2 seasons. To be fair, it was a spinoff, and the fact that a spinoff had that much attention.
Well, I mean, but also it's like, it was a spinoff, and like, I feel like the core audience that was like, Rugrats was aiming to, they came out with it too early.
Yeah. I think the time frame that like Monsters Inc. had would have been better.
Yeah.
If they waited like 5 more years, would have been good.
Yeah.
Do you remember 17? Or was it 16?
Oh, the Cartoon Network show?
Where they were all in the mall? Oh yeah, I guess that was Cartoon Network.
Mm-hmm. That was a fun show too.
Yeah. It was like a teen drama, but fun.
Yeah, it was. I like that show. That was a lot of fun.
The theme's a banger, dude.
Yeah, I forgot it, but
I'm gonna play it after this because it's just like a punk alternative song. It's like yeah.
Dude, we got so much stuff we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
You want to wrap this up?
I guess.
I mean,
this is a very short podcast.
Andrew's MIA. I mean, we were just kind of here to talk about two movies.
This was going to be a short one anyways because, again, August is real slow.
Yeah, we're just trying to pump out content because we love you guys and we want you guys to be satisfied.
I mean, it's not pumping out. This is what we want to talk about.
I like to think pumping out just because it gets me pumped to just do it.
Okay.
Like it's pumping out for me because it's like, we're just going to keep pumping out shit. Okay.
Well, I think pumping out, it's like, we got to fucking find something to keep it going. But that's a better way to think about it.
Yeah.
I do want to throw this question out to you because there's so many like things that I want to make that I loved as a kid. Do you think that's just cheap, that not making your own original stuff when you want to make all these cool things that you remember as a kid? Because like as much as I want to make my own original stuff, which of course I do, I have a lot of ideas, but I also love Angry Beavers, Invader Zim, 17, what we were just talking about. 16, yeah. Like Andrew and I did a podcast. It was one of our very early ones that you most likely listened to were cartoon movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know where my notebook is, but I got a whole page full of just like all these cartoons that I grew up with that could easily be movies. And I just think we live in a time where like you hear that, like we hear about, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, that's going to be crap.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
I think they're just, studios are just scared to put out something that they know might not make a whole lot of money back.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's just why they're hesitating to do it.
Well, I think it's so much that. I think studios, I think when people look at studios making this stuff, they just think it's cheap because these studios know that there's already an audience for this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more reliable to have a payback. Whereas making something original is more of a risk,
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what. I don't know, it's really hard to put into words. But I just hate this whole idea that if it's not original, it's crap.
Right.
And I just think we need more people with passion making stuff that they grew up with, Because like the reason the Sonic the Hedgehog movie doesn't look good is because it's not being made by a fan of the show.
Well, I don't think it's that. I think it's just... Well, I mean that too. But I feel like nobody just stood up and said, hey, this is not what Sonic looks like. Maybe we should stop.
Well, yeah, that's a whole other issue too.
Yeah.
Like what Taika Waititi making an Akira movie is more likely to be good because Waititi loves Akira, and like he's gonna put that attention to detail towards the movie.
Yeah.
Like, is that the biggest difference, that you just need people that have a passion for it?
I think so. I think it definitely helps. Mm-hmm. It helps, like, people appreciate it more.
Mm-hmm. I just hope when we get to that point in our lives where we're making stuff that it's going to be more accepted of bringing this stuff back. Like, I don't want people to roll their eyes and like, oh my God, these guys are making another Nickelodeon Cartoon Network show into a movie. Make up your own stuff, you lazy assholes. Like, is that the reaction you want when you announce a movie? Or do you want people to be excited about it?
I mean, obviously excited.
Yeah. I don't know why there's such stigma.
I don't either.
I'm ranting at this point.
Yeah.
So you can stop me. Since you want to go get ice cream.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to now. It's already fucking 10 o'clock.
Oh my God.
It's 10 o'clock. I have to go to bed in half an hour. Anyways, guys, if you've seen Rocko's Modern Life, Static Cling, or Invader Zim, Enter the Florpus. Let us know down below what you thought of it.
Let us know what other like shows or cartoons you would think would be great to come back, be a movie, be an extended episode.
Let us know.
Also, what other apps could be a movie or console games.
Yeah, we're going to steal your ideas.
And then we're going to talk about them, and then Hollywood's going to steal our ideas. Ha ha ha. Who's the real loser?
Fuck. True. All of us.
You want to play Plants vs. Zombies after this?
No.
This has been Caleb, guys.
We love you.